welcome everybody to a video. This is going to be a pretty big rant. Don't know how long the video will be, but yeah. So Nintendo recently said that they were going to be shutting down the Switch, going to be shutting down the 3DS and Wii U eShops. It was going to shut down in March 2023, with some of the months of this year shutting down ways to buy stuff. Well, so, sounds reasonable. I mean, they did this with the Wii, so, obviously it's not going to suddenly now everything is apparently a giant big thing. Yeah, apparently a lot of people aren't happy with this, and it's kind of odd. Like, kind of really big, oddly. Alright, so the big issue people seem to have is the fact that, you're taking away some of the games that the Switch doesn't have yet because it hasn't been added in online. And, well, look, I get that Nintendo Switch Online has been a little rough so far, but we'll probably get better. Anyways, the big issue here is basically, well, alright. First of all, while I should be on the side of the people, I mean, Nintendo does this and also is against emulation. Sadly, they're kind of giving me reasons to agree with Nintendo painting emulation with a one brush. Alright, so normally I'm on the side of emulation, mostly, but the way I see it is I think personally it should be okay as long as you're only doing it with old games that you literally can't buy at the moment. I would assume that's practically everyone. Whenever Nintendo does something that people apparently disagree with, suddenly we use the clutch of, well, I guess it's morally okay to pirate Nintendo games now, and stuff like that. And, well, when you say that, you're practically villainizing your own group. Yes, I too love to villainize my own thing I agree with, so Nintendo can see me as a villain. Look, all I'm saying is that you're practically saying this kind of thing is not helping your cause. In fact, it's making me think that, maybe screw you if you're using emulation despite Nintendo because they did something you personally don't agree with. Like, no wonder Nintendo paints with a single brush. I don't expect any of you clowns to actually convince them that emulation is alright. In fact, I expect them to go even harder on emulation restrictions. You guys are not helping matters in the slightest. In fact, ironically, the way I see it, the people here are being the big issue here. Nintendo really isn't. Like, sure, the Wii shop lasted for like 19 years. But here's the thing. Well, it lasted a lot longer when the next console was a thing. The Wii was also very popular. Also, the 3DS eShop has been around for a long time too. Mainly, I see it being more for the Wii U. how the Wii U barely 10 right now. Which, okay, but are we forgetting that the Wii U was a failure of a console? I love the Wii U. The Wii U was a good thing for a while, but it really isn't that successful. There's a reason why we don't really talk about it much anymore. The Wii U was not that successful. Everyone could agree on that. So why should Nintendo keep its eShop running? I don't know. It doesn't really seem to make sense to keep the eShop running, you know? It's practically over. It makes sense to shut it down. But apparently no. How horrifying. How absolutely terrifying that Nintendo is doing this, apparently. Which, look guys, it made sense. Look, you could call me blind to Nintendo's bullshittery, but look, I've seen a lot of bullshittery on Nintendo's part, and this is the thing that's get the outrage? Look, there are things to call Nintendo out for. I too. But there are plenty of things to call Nintendo out for. But man, look, I was also kind of not really caring about the N64 online scenario that much, but at least I can understand the reason. It was overpriced and the emulation was shoddy at best. I understand here. There's nothing really villainizing the other group right now. Really? Well, potentially they might have been using the same arguments constantly, because at this point it feels like that's just an argument they constantly use, which, yeah, I'm good on making anyone agree with you. But no, what I'm probably going to be called as is just a Nintendo fanboy. But look, when Nintendo does something stupid, I call them out for it. I thought it was kind of dumb to release DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, despite the fact that we've been playing this game forever. But hey, it happened. I thought it was weird that they didn't showcase the Mii's until in Switch Sports until that one gameplay with the developers. But hey, that happened. But what I will say is, well, Nintendo does do things that are okay to call out and bullshit, like when they did that weird Melee ban. That was reasonable to call out. But goddamn, why are we acting like whenever Nintendo does literally anything that someone disagrees with, suddenly it's anti-consumer? Anti-consumer, people aren't playing the Wii U anymore. 3DS? Maybe, but both are practically null and void because of the Switch's existence. And plus, from what I heard, you're still able to play the games you have bought. Still, at least from what I heard. But even then, both have been made null and void. And look, you could try to get Nintendo to back off from this decision, like the PS3 did, but well, let's just say I doubt that. I don't really know the situation of how the people got Sony to change their mind, but I doubt But I doubt they were villainizing their own group as hardly as Nintendo fans seem to. I'm sorry, but like if I was a part of Nintendo and I saw it's only okay to pirate Nintendo games because of what they do. It's like, you honestly think anyone is going to even give your side even the benefit of the doubt? like a damn. So like, in a way, you almost make it seem like, yeah, screw you, lose your eShops. I don't know. Normally, I'm on the side of the people most of the time. Like, even with the N64 thing, I didn't really care about. I could at least understand. But no, here I'm practically on Team Nintendo here. You guys are practically making things worse for yourselves. No wonder Nintendo is going to keep painting emulation with a single brush. You guys aren't helping much. And that's practically the biggest issue here. People get, again, anti-consumer is a little much. I mean, like, again, people are barely playing the Wii U and 3DS anymore. So, and Nintendo obviously will want to focus on the Switch and not the systems that are practically dead in the water now. So it makes sense. It makes sense to do so. Plus, I doubt Nintendo thought they were going to get this kind of a reaction anyways. But look, I'm not sure what will happen. Maybe Nintendo will be convinced. I doubt it, but maybe. What I do, though, honestly, I actually kind of think they shouldn't, only because if they get one win, if you guys get one win, you're suddenly going to start thinking that you can change any of the problems Nintendo has. So honestly, I feel like Nintendo should not kowtow to you guys. So all in all I gotta say is, stop taking things so seriously. Stop. You're true. Like, I understand getting angry about anti-consumer things Nintendo might do involving the Switch, but we're literally talking about systems that are practically dead now. So, yeah. All in all, that's all I gotta say. I don't think this is a big issue. And even if it was, Nintendo is more in the right here, and you guys are making your own team seem like a villain. That's practically all I have to say about the whole situation. Well, see you next time, hopefully on a video that's a little bit more enjoyable than this.